Said if you live in a glass house, and if you can't stay house, it's not a trouble. I'm on this earth to give your praise, and all I ask for is longer days. I come to do the things that
WEFM, the only fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
All right, then we are from 99.9, 15 minutes on to 8 o'clock here on SVG. It's now time for Lyf with his commentary this morning. Good morning to you, Lyf.
Morning, Maka. Morning, Roleza. Morning, listeners.
Why are we not hearing you?
You're not hearing me?
All right, so let me see if that's our fault.
Hold on, let me see. If that... Hearing me now? Hearing me now? Hearing me now?
All right, let's see.
Hearing me now? Hi.
All right, no, let's see again.
Okay, hold on. Let me...
We're not hearing anything.
Not hearing.
Let me, Okay, hold on.
Okay, still not hearing.
All right, maybe let he go out and come back in.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it is 7:46 here on SVG, and at this time, it's when we bring to you commentary with Lyf Compton, all right? Not sure what he's going to be talking about today, but it must be, well, I want to believe it's going to be interesting, all right? So as the officer said, it is raining outside, so drivers in particular, please remember to drive carefully. Don't be speeding. You might be splashing people with nasty water with the good clean skin. So just be mindful, all right? All right, so we're just waiting here for Lyf to come back. All right, let's try again. Morning, Lyf.
Morning. Hearing me now?
No, we're still not hearing you.
Okay.
You changed devices?
Oh, no. Hello? Still not hearing me?
Right, so we are not hearing. And... All right, trying again. 1, 2, 3.
Hello? Hello?
No, it hasn't. I wonder if it's something on our end.
Most likely it's your end because I'm using 2 devices.
Okay, so
Maybe we should call him live from the telephone.
Yeah.
okay. All right, so we will call Lyf instead. All right, so just bear with us, listeners. A little bit of a technical issue happening here.
Hello?
Hi,
Morning.
Okay, so let me.
Good there?
Yes. Go ahead. Let me hear.
Hello?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So good morning, Roleza, Maka. Listen to
Good
the
morning.
WFM this morning. Like every time we like to talk about negative things. Well, not negative things. We like to talk about things that are trending.
Coming to
That
that, sir.
we like to talk about things that are trending that have like negative impacts on society, right? So I saw one of my friends posted this Facebook post on the status, and I thought it would be nice to share it with people this morning, right? So this post was made by someone named Kinder John Matthias, and it was posted on Facebook. So it says, I declare and decree that there is hope for our young generation because good people still exist. This morning, which was yesterday, I witnessed the most amazing thing while traveling on a bus from Diamond Village called Majesty, owned and driven by Happy Yumpa. Person name who drives the bus, Majesty, is called Happy Yumpa. Big up Happy, aka Yumpa, from Diamond Village, drives the van Majesty. So it says the driver was doing his early morning route, taking children to school and workers. I heard gospel as I entered the bus, and I smiled. Of course, Tanti go and sing, because there and then I was in worship mode. I noticed as we reached Program Vale, where the last student came in, the driver turned the music down. The bus properly did stop, reverence. Then I heard the driver ask, who praying this morning? He called on a young lady. Bus quiet, LOL. You know me with my Holy Ghost, so I'm going to show myself and tell Satan, take that. My body instantly filled with goosebumps as I rejoiced in my spirit. I heard the driver telling the young lady, next time you pray like how you just stop be talking loud. Then me, hey, if all it continues so, nobody asks for ice cream on a Friday. All jokes aside, I want to salute Happy straight out of Diamond. Big up yourself, sir. You understand the importance of starting the day right with Jesus. Many of our children leave home without praying, and a simple prayer can do more than we can imagine. This morning I saw a father. I saw someone who actually cares about our generation. I always anoint and pray over my children, but I am grateful knowing my son is in such good hands going and coming from school. This is what it means when you hear the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I wish other drivers could emulate this. Blessings on you, Happy, and your conductor. I speak favor over your lives. There is still hope for our generation. Now, I would like to big up Happy or whoever that person is, right? Good going. I wish more van drivers could do this. Because on the other hand, total opposite of that, during the consultation this week at the Ministry of with the Ministry of National Security, Ministry of Education and the police, the Minister of Education once again said the music that are played in the van is just overwhelming and should not be played for these kids, which I agree with, right? Because as I said a few mornings ago, the first song you hear in the morning time, that is what you remember throughout the entire day. And once again, I like to big up this driver. This is good. This is good. But now, we have to come back to the it's your turn with the schools. I know we spoke about this in length, right? But I just want to come back to it, for the last time. And there's an article in today's Searchlight. So if you could put me, I would just like to read the article to you, right? Because I think it's important that we get people to understand the severity of the situation, the various issues in the schools. I think it's very important for us to let people know what exactly is going on in the schools, right? So this article is on the front page of the Searchlight, and it says, right, marijuana sales and smoking, sex tapes, gangs, violence, truancy, theft, bullying in all forms, physical, verbal, social, and cyber. And a lack of respect for authority are just some of the issues plaguing the West St. George Secondary School in Billy. So this is a quote now. Poor parental involvement is a major, major problem. Sometimes you have to trick parents into a parent meeting. More parents will turn up at West St. George to retrieve a phone or to retrieve earrings or confiscate the jewelry, rather to just pop in and have a conversation. Pop in and check up to see what's going on. Principal at the West St. George School, Afi Martin, told a consultation at the National Insurance Services Conference Room on Tuesday. She went on. Too many of our parents are enablers, and they enable the bad behaviors of their children. We have parents who show up in very combative stances. They're ready to fight. They are willing to talk. They are unwilling to talk. They choose not to communicate. And in choosing such a position, it can become very confrontational. The principal was addressing the consultation was held on the theme Safer Schools, Safer Community, and came about as a result of recent incidents of violence involving the nation's students. So this principal goes on. You have parents who are saying, we can't wait until my child done this school because you're trying to put corrective measures in place. Or if a child shows up with the eyebrow cut out or multiple earrings or a lace front wig, they don't have a dialogue. They don't want a dialogue. A parent is ready to tell you that they don't discipline their child. The educator noted while adding that she has had her life threatened more than once. And she goes on, teachers have had their lives threatened multiple times. What is missing largely is the consciousness to do well and to do better. And that is not cultivated at home. It is not cultivated at home because we have so many parents who are ready for the fight and not necessarily ready for a conversation. Martin told a gathering of high-ranking police officers, Ministry of Education officials, and other educators. She said there is a major problem with drug use, drug possession, and drug distribution at West St. George. We confiscate marijuana daily, every day, in those distribution packages. Sometimes you can get upwards of 34 packages from one student. And that is our reality. And that's how much you get. That doesn't mean that is how much the student had. Martin told the Minister of National Security, Major St. Clair Leacock, and Minister of Education, Philip Jackson. She said the counselors are overwhelmed. It is a daunting task every single day. Sometimes you have one counselor to a school of 400 students and more. They are overwhelmed. They are overworked. They are doing their best. Many of them are doing their best. We have a school that has a highly sexualized environment. We've had multiple sex videos released. Harper John lives not too far from the school. He's had to come with me before to go to the houses to take the girls out of the houses. And when they come out of the houses, you see 2 and 3 persons filing out behind, putting back on their clothes. Sometimes, now this is an important part to know, right? Sometimes we call a Calico police station. Minister Leacock, I'm so happy that you're asking for 12 vehicles from Taiwan, so they would maybe have 1 or 2 at their disposal, so they could show up within a reasonable time when we call. Sometimes when we call, it seems as if we are bothering them. Sometimes I don't think that to get to the police, we need to call the Deputy Commissioner, ACP Bailey, or the Permanent Secretary Ministry of National Security. Sometimes the phone, it just rings and rings and rings and nobody answers. And sometimes when someone does answer, the way in which they are communicating, it is as if you are not even talking to a police officer. Principal Martin said of our interactions with law enforcement. The drug culture, I can't lament that enough. I can't speak on it enough. Weak family structures, let's not even. We have so many intruders, sometimes on a daily basis. We have 2 excellent auxiliary police officers at this school. It is not enough. And I've listened to the discussion on blending the softer approach with the tougher, rougher one. But in some spaces, we need to start hard and then go soft. Principal Martin opined while adding that there is serious gang affiliation at the school and sometimes students are beaten into submission. They are forced into it. If you take a look at our bathrooms and the graffiti on the wall, it's like a prison, not a pretty sight at all. And yes, we can talk about formulating as much groupings and organizations, I applaud all those, and they do work, but we have to create a consciousness among our youth to even be accepting of and to develop an appreciation of organizations like these. We've had parenting workshops, we had health phase that looks at the holistic health awareness and development of our students. But we have members in the community who help to perpetrate behaviors. There are hotspots in Belair. There are shops where they go to that serve students during instructional time. We've gone to them, we've talked to them, we've pleaded with them. Still, students, they go there before they come to school. And when they walk into school, they reek of marijuana daily, every day. And sometimes when they have school at 12 and they do not return after lunch, you know the places where you can go and find them, the district principal said. Supporting the principal, one of the deans of discipline at the school, Darren Denny, said that the issues are real and troubling. And at times, he is even afraid to confiscate marijuana as he does not know who will come to reclaim it. A teacher attached to the Central Lyf Secondary School also spoke of similar incidents at that institution, stressing that teachers have been beaten by students. In response, Minister Major Lyf charged Commissioner of Police N.V. Williams with the responsibility of addressing some of the problems at the school. I'm stating today, I want you to move into West St. George. We must physically move in now and demonstrate that we are taking back that school. I don't want to hear next week and plan and next month. Go into the school and demonstrate we have come to take back the school and support the teachers. Major Lyf. After that presentation was made, the Commissioner of Police, listen, we are, I know we spoke about this in length during the week, right? The authorities are at a loss of how to deal with this situation. Because after, you see, a police will always be a police. A police will always have a one-track mind. A crime is committed, arrest, lock up, charge, go to court. A police will always think like that. So the commissioner was basically saying that in relation to the marijuana, because of a combination of the Education Act and the marijuana laws, it is really hard to address that situation because the children are underage, first of all, and because the Act allows for 56 grams, it is creating an issue because there's not much that they can do. And then when they catch them with more than 56 grams, the Act, the Marijuana Act, the Education Act stops them from really going forward with the charges against the students. Now, this is where I think that we need legislation in place to make parents be held accountable for the children's behavior in some instances.
Mm.
You see, like in America where they have these school shootings and then the parents are charged alongside the students because they let them have access to these firearms that do these shootings. We need this kind of legislation in St. Vincent because if we don't have it, parents will never, ever, ever join the fight in trying to solve this problem. As the principal said, they're more concerned about coming to get back a hearing, coming to make noise about why the children have to wear a lace front wig. They're more concerned with coming and making noise while the phone was taken. Now, if you have to answer to the police for your son or your daughter having marijuana in a distributable amount, have you still selling weed in school? If you get that charge and you have to go to court and you have to pay $5,000 for it, I think you're going to be forced to make your child behave. If you are charged with your child having, alongside a child for having a knife in school, if there's legislation to make a charge for your child for having a knife in school, or a cutlass, or a gun, I don't think these children will be coming to school with these things. If you are charged alongside a child for violent behavior that leaves somebody else injured, I think that will help some of these things to stop. I really think so.
All right, so let's stick a pin there because that's a very interesting point. So we would take a quick break and then we'll be back with the second part of your commentary for today. Okay, Lyf?
Okay.
All right. And the time here in SVG, it is 8:04 and our time check came through the compliments of New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a fact of life, that doesn't make it any